Hello. This stream is gonna be scuffed. Like every stream. I can't even grab link. I am streaming because soon there will be Tones versus alion02, which I think will be a fun game. That's diab- I'm sorry. I'm looking at random stuff in the background. Alion is roasting me already. And we're off? And we are off. Wow. Reverse Knights opening from Tones. This isn't like awful or bad or something. I just don't know what you do in this situation. Also, if you hear random fumbling, I'm also eating chocolates in the background. A lot of this is like, I heard of this game like 20 minutes ago. So I'm like mildly unprepped, but it's fine. Alion, I think understandably having a think. I don't know what I would do in this situation. Just puts a capstone down. Actually kind of accurate. I have actually seen Alion do this a few times in openings like this, where white plays very far away, but then you just put a capstone on the other side of the thingamabob and are happy. Because, like, you can't really punish this capstone, right? Normally, an early capstone is, like, punishable. But it's, like, kind of hard to punish this, because, like, where do you punish it? Like, D2 or something, I guess? Yeah, C2 or something? But then, like, okay, just, like, D3, D2 or something. Maybe. I don't know. This feels a little too early for my liking. But I agree with, it's just Boris. It feels, a little annoying to exploit properly. The only thing that I'm a little scared of is, like, if white and black both didn't have capstones, this would basically just be like regular attack, but now there's no capstones for the next, like, 5 moves. And then suddenly they'll become relevant later. But white still has a capstone, so, like, if black just or white just focuses on the bottom of the board, then it's kind of just, like, regular attack on the bottom, like mantle crawly, but with white having a capstone and black doesn't have a capstone. And I think Tones is the type of player who is incredibly willing to do this, right? Like, if you give Tones the opportunity to just, like, sit here and make his horizontal on the bottom of the board, he will. Like, yeah, like, he'll just he'll just play, like, D2 or something here. It's fine. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about C4, but I'm gonna be so honest, I didn't think Alion would play it. He clearly sees something I don't. Oh my god, he's gonna wall E2. Oh my gosh. You can't play D2 because there's just wall E2 and the game ends. That's so stupid looking. I see his idea, I think. Leon is very, very willing to just, like, get one side of the board and then just wall you twice or something and cut you off. Well, I mean, like, after that, what are you doing as black? Or as white? Like, suppose we just play, like, D2. Like, D2, B4, C1 or something. And then you just wall, like, E2 or wall even, like, C1 or something. What do you do? Vertical on the left? Not if black gets over there in time. That's what I'm saying. If white committed to this horizontal, and then there was just a random wall placed in the middle of it, like, what are you doing? Hence why you haven't committed to this horizontal, I think. Interesting. Or I'm seeing ghosts. I do have a habit of seeing ghosts. Okay, D2. Just continues momentum. I like. Capstone E2 is, like, also playable. This is weird to me, because there's, like... I don't know what you do here, actually. I think B4 is fine, because it can't actually be punished by capstone C5, because you have C4 down, and then D4 left. And then the capstone has to, like, chase. I don't think so. There's a few options here. I mean, there's, like, F3 is a good example. And then look for, like, E4 down or something. Yeah. Tones will find something better than I will, to be sure. He's just a better player than I am. But it is a little feisty. F4 exists. It's a little annoying. That's the one problem with F3 is it, like, allows F4 to happen. Yeah. Hard agree. F4. I am not so sure about that, Will. I definitely think F3 is one of these moves that's, like, not bad. But yeah, something like this, right? And now, like, what are you doing? The capstone is coming up. This is kind of what Boris is talking about. Black's capstone right now is very much a pivot piece. So, like, it's not stopping this horizontal on the bottom. And white's capstone doesn't have to be a pivot piece, so it can very much just cut off this black horizontal, like, completely. If I was black here, I would probably just pivot to F2, but it's a little hard because then A3 comes, right? You kind of want to pivot to getting off pieces on the right side of the board, but I don't know if you actually can. Unsure. B2, B2 right feels weird. Surely that doesn't actually, like, work the way you want it to. Because then just A3, A4, no? Like B2, A3, B2 right, A4. Now what are we doing? Is your vertical in time? I don't think so. Oh, I guess there's just b4 left whenever you want. Sure. I feel like it's definitely a weird position. I think it's more nuanced than just black has 2 Comey and it's winning. I will say I don't know how advantaged or disadvantaged it is right now. I mean, Alion definitely thinks it's scary because he's sitting here thinking, yeah, this also works. I don't know if I like it though. It kind of purchases f2, I guess. Wait, does it? Okay. A question though. How are you stopping white wall f4? Just cap up. Why can you not just play capstone up? Is it like bad? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask the crowd. I understand why this move works. Because now white's horizontal is like strong enough that dealing with it is kind of annoying. But like, is it though? Like you can even play wall e4 here. And then look for d3 down and then like e4 down at some point. Like that also works. I guess maybe you have 2e3 right after that and it's kind of weird. Maybe good. This is definitely weird. It's getting a little funky. This is probably above my pay grade. I mean, at a certain point, if you want to play wall e4, why not just play e4? Wall f2 is interesting. Just f2. I like. Yeah, this is kind of my question about this. It's like I understand from the perspective of like horizontal momentum and your horizontal being strong, why e4 down is good. But why not just leave the liability on f3 and then like place a wall somewhere for later? I guess like it lands on d3 and then it like the capstone smashes it and it's annoying. Fair enough. This is why I'm bad at tech. Okay. a4? Actually, I don't think that works. Yeah. I don't know about 2e3 right, because I think then there's just f2 left. Which maybe isn't good enough. I don't know, it seems completely fine to me. That's also what I'm scared about, Boris. I think d3 minus is very like d3 down is like the idea here, right? And Alion completely agrees. D3 down is the idea here. D3 down is the defense. No matter what happens, you're probably going to have to do D3 down at some point. And D3 down is useful because you can't really replace D3 because the capstone comes down and it's like kind of annoying. F1, D3 down, E1, D3, C1. Yeah, I'm looking at stuff like that. E1! Whoa. Wowza. Why like this? Is it to set up 2E3 right? Maybe? Surely not. I feel like F2 left almost just loses. F1 is, yeah, the obvious looking move here, but I'm not sure if it's, like, good enough. Yeah, just F1. I'm happy you exist right now, Boris, because everyone else seems to be saying a lot of heinous things that I'm a little scared. I'm like, I don't know how good I am right now. E4 is not a real move, Snoot. I don't want to justify capstone right ever. I'm a little confused, like... I woke up just to spam terrible moves without thinking. I'm looking at 2E3 right now. It actually feels like kind of intuitive. I'm wondering how intuitive. That's one of the ideas with E1 is like it makes 2E3 right like actually kind of scary. But I'm not sure how scary. I'm debating if it maybe forces C4 down at some point, but I don't think it ever does. Because like 2E3 right, if D3 down, then do we just have to play E3 anyway? I guess the other advantage of having E1 is it allows you to do like E1 left ideas, maybe. I don't know. The obvious move here is like F4. Right? But F4 feels punishable for some reason. Like it feels like 2 F3 left comes and then you're just kind of a little goobered, but maybe I'm wrong. Just A4. I like that actually. The problem is now like F4 now. Yeah, I think part of the fun of 2E3 right is you can't actually play F2 left because there's E1 up. And I think it actually becomes like Tinue somehow. Not Tinue, but it's definitely disgusting. I don't think F4 is GG. But I think you're probably playing E1 right. And then why did I not play F1 2 moves ago? Unless we're playing F5? I like the idea behind A4. Because it's like, okay, I'm losing the right side of the board. Might as well, like, you know, I may as well, what's it called? Start playing on the left side of the board. But, Black still has play on the right side of the board. So, you kind of have to acknowledge this. I still don't hate f5. No, just 2a3, right? Yeah. This is like fine. Wall f4, borderline only move. Anything else will just lose the game instantaneously. Like, I'm pretty sure anything else just insta loses. The problem is, like, can you just throw the stack over to d3? Like, can you actually punish this stack? Or is it just, like, somehow fine? This is definitely a very tense, weird game. This is like an unusual game. I don't think I've seen a game like this in a very, very long time. So this is fun to watch. d4 minus is funny. I don't know if it works. I don't think it does. Maybe it does though. 5e3 right 3-2, something like that, yeah. I think it's just fine. The thing I'm like mildly scared of is 5e3 right 3-2. And then like e2 up, and then 2d3 right. And then like wall e2. And then you have to throw the stack up. And then there's maybe like f4. Well, you can't even do f4 left because d4 right comes. So it's actually a little spooky. Alion probably calculating what to do with the stack here. I mean, you basically have to run away. Because if you don't, I think you just lose. Like, unironically. Yeah. I agree, Will. I think a5 is going to be annoying. And then black is going to play b4 left. And then it's going to be fine. Okay. I mean, same idea. But just probably worse. We have seen lately that, like, Alion's stack play is sometimes a little unusual. He's not always the best at calculating with big stack. I don't like this, though, nearly as much, because, like, now e2 up makes it a 7 stack, right? Yeah, okay, but what are we doing about e2 up, guys? I don't know what the plan is here. Are we dealing with e2 up with wall e2? Does that work? Not really. Okay, I don't like that. What do you mean stop the cap? Yeah, probably walling it. e2 up is still, like, scary to me. Just, okay, cash is out. Mildly annoying. He'll grab that later. The problem is now, like, I like SF3. Agreed. There is this kind of underlying problem, though, of like, I don't like this. God. I don't like this. Well, actually, wait. If you mess this up, it's Tinue. So. Because I was scared of b4, b5. But you can't actually do b4, b5 because there's b4 left Tinue. So. This is like unironically annoying. No, just b4, as stupid as it. Oh no, b4 doesn't work because there's a vertical. Herm. Wait, how are we dealing with this? Yeah. I think somehow Tones didn't see this. Probably had to play SF3 and move earlier. Was unaware. Whereas technically you don't have to because you always have c3 right. Boris, you can't play wall f3 right now. There's a horizontal. Guys. There's a horizontal threat. Oh god. Yeah, this is the problem right now. Is now, suddenly, white has to deal with a horizontal threat. And a vertical threat in 2 moves. Which, let's be clear, is deal-withable. I think the correct defense is like d2 up. I like b4 here, anyway, and then just d2 up. It looks so stupid, and yet it works. No, d2 right is worse because just f2 left. And then suddenly you have to play c3 right, and now b4 left isn't Tinue. The idea behind b4 is like, b4 left is Tinue, right? Like, it just is. No, guys, d2 up, it... Why do I sound so stupid? No! Whatever. I still think d2 up was like a clutch defense, but maybe people just hate me. See, because now this looks awful. Just f2 left. And it's like literally unplayable. Why is a3 up bad? Because it doesn't do anything. I still think the move was b4. And then look for d2 up. Because b4 is threatening Tinue after d2 up. Basically, the idea of d2 up is like, d4 minus isn't allowed because Tinue is hanging, right? So you have to play like e4 or something. But then I'm allowed to play 2d2 right. And now it gets kind of complicated. Because now, soon, you're gonna have to play c3 right. Like, you're just gonna have to. Or like wall d6 or something and then lose the game almost instantly. Yeah. d5 tack and then you're gonna have to play... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen here. And then by that point, you can play like 2a4 up or whatever, and then it's like completely winning, and then the game is over. Yeah, it's just a horror now. This is somehow completely winning for black, and then Alion is the most amazing player ever. Yada yada. I would be very happy to get this position against Alion, because I think you have a lot of tactical ideas here. And he kind of just lost them in 2 moves, so. That's what I mean, Boris. C3 is an integral piece for, like, the strength of your vertical threat. No, this is just like... Bleh. The problem is, like, now the wall comes in. No, you can't even wall left. Wall left isn't even good. Because you just smash it. Yep. Unsurprised. Okay, we wall in again. A2. Please, A2 is so goated. Alright, I want to see how they play this out. I mean, D4 is, like, fine, but do you really want to allow the wall over without, like, cash? Yeah, maybe it's fine, right? D4 and then, like, smashing on E2 is, like, still fine. F4. Ooh, kind of nice. Okay, we're smashing this. If we're not smashing this, we are losing the game. Well, it's not a joke. Smash is, like, fine here. I don't know why we're not smashing this. Oh, he's prepping the smash. Smart. Not to new I will. There's only 3 pieces in the stack, so it doesn't reach all the way. But it is cute. And also, yes, Boris. I'm not so confident in this. I like C3. Oh, that's... I'm still not sure what to do about this. Is there just F3? F2? Something? Anything? Like, I don't think it matters anymore. Smash is, like, not that good. Does it anyway! Psychopath! What? Why are we smashing this? It doesn't work, no? Okay. Why are we smashing now and not a move ago? Like, what? Smashing when it was on E2 made perfect sense to me. Smashing while it was on E1? Oh, I see why. It's because he's greedy, guys. Look at the board state. Now when he smashes, he leaves a black on a black flat, a white on a white flat, and so it's a 0 move instead of like a -2. That's so... Oh my god. Yeah, white is still getting kind of cooked, and has 10 seconds on the clock. I would be very scared if I was Tones here. I don't know what you do anymore. Okay, just walls it. That looks awful. That looks like a miserable wall. How are we dealing with F2, actually? What? What? Guys, just F4, F3 up. What is happening? Tones, please. Okay, good. Don't know what the plan is. This feels weird to me. Well, no, because, like, guys, the FCD isn't even, like, awful anymore, is it? It's like 7 to 8 plus 2. Somehow. Like, now just spread the E2 stack up. Yeah. And, like, are we really punishing this? How? Like, White wanted a chaotic position in this position. And I feel like you just gave it to White. This feels so weird. What am I watching? You can't play 2f4 left because there's smash. You can't play e1 up. Can we just wall e1? Wall e1 works, I think. Yeah. Don't hate it. I think Tones is fine. Like, this isn't Tinue. It's just annoying. Like, very annoying. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it's not Tinue yet. Ooh, that's complicated. Yup. Yup. Yeah. Oh, now it's Tinue. Yeah, that's a good find. Yeah, I was scared of letting it smash. Okay, so Alion proves me wrong. That this stack on E3 was just like a giant nuisance. I just assumed the stack on E3 was like kind of manageable. That's so weird though. I felt like White had ideas. Right? Like it felt like White had ways to make things happen with weird defenses and Tinue threats. And then they just had to get rid of all of their pieces in the middle. That's unfortunate. Normally I would want to like interview the players after this, but I don't know if either of them would want to interview this game. Cause this game looked like a barn burner. Guys, should I call them in for an interview and see if they want to yap about the game? I don't really see a cherry 3D board. Oh, Ren, I'm thinking about it. I forgot to check on YouTube chat every once in a while. I have a bad habit of not checking on YouTube chat, like, whatsoever. So sorry about that. That would be fun. Okay, fine. Let's call them in here, see if anyone wants to be. Yep, that. And then we pull up. What am I pulling up? The PTN of this game. There we go. Actually, that's something I should do. I should throw this in Topaz Analyze. Hold up. I'm gonna do this quick too. For this. Yada yada, yada yada. It's gonna be Alion saying no or something. Alright, but. Hello, Alion. Oh my gosh, back for another mentoring session?
Hello, yeah.
Cool. How did you feel about that game? Or whatever. It's hard to call it a game. I don't know what I just watched.
There was the ending most certainly was one of the endings of all time.
I was
So sorry, let me just cut in.
Yep.
The horizontal vertical stuff was just very complicated to calculate.
That was
like obviously there's before left always for black.
Yes.
But it kind of still remains like a very important thing to calculate always forever, because like if white happens to get like b4, then that's a tenuous threat again, right? Because there's like the fork on the a2 and c1. So
fork on a2. Oh yeah. I was looking at that too. I assumed you were gonna like. I was looking at when the stack made its way over to e2. And you had a whatever for this, and you played f4.
yeah, at this point, yeah, but at this point, I mean, white is, I think, that lost.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's like zero chance.
Because the problem that white really has is that black just gets to do whatever on the right side for like the next 10 turns. So
at this point, it was still complicated, and at this point, I think this was still like wall f3.
Yeah, this is complicated, yes.
And then like even after a6 here, I was looking at like just b4, and then you can't do, obviously you can't do this because it's tenuous. Like you just lose this game on the spot. So
what you're missing, yeah.
And now there's d5, but I was looking at d2 up. And like, what do you actually do about this? Like just d6 recapture or something, or like force me to wall again or something? Like maybe? I guess? I would even just do like,
yeah, I was thinking about this in game.
And then
I think I am eventually forced to address the elephant of like b4 left.
Yeah, I think eventually you're you probably play.
I cannot like leave the position like this, because this is
you could even probably just play this here, or like here. You can't play like a flat here because the capstone comes in. It's like ugly. Maybe it's like weird. Maybe there's a world where you can play like this, and then you just like deal with it. Or there's even like this down, or if you were like are feeling feisty, or like capstone down. I have no idea.
So c4 down in that line has like a nice benefit. In that it cuts off the two prongs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I completely agree. There is something funny like this though.
Well, but then I take this and then take c3, right?
Yeah. This is the problem with this, obviously, right? Is like now if I do anything, it's just like, oop, we're playing this, and then like the game is over.
Either I do this, or even because I actually didn't actually resolve if that I don't think that actually does anything. If I want to resolve that threat, I need to just like wall on b4 and then be done with it. Sorry, on b5.
Like here? Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you're up so many threats that, like, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just winning at this point, but it's scary. I mean, I got like 2 huge liabilities in the bottom right. It's losable, I would say.
Agreed.
But I don't know. I am very curious what the engine has to say because I feel like both of us blundered like 4 times in that exchange.
I personally felt like I was very confused a lot of times towards the end of the game, like this and then smash. And then I was confused why you didn't smash on e2 here. Like, it just looks very good.
Like, there's no pressure to do this. There's just no pressure to do this.
Yeah. But I feel like there's no pressure not to do it either, right? Because, like, you can't wall here. What do you do, like, wall here or something?
All this still runs into various problems for white. Like, for starters, f6. Sorry, f5. Wow, my coordinates are horrible today.
You can't really
no, this loses. Because, yeah, this just loses.
Is it just like ping pong somehow?
I mean, if this doesn't lose, then I don't know. That's just like a joke on the part of the god, but like
I don't see how you finish the ping pong here. But I guess
you don't.
It's also a matter of like, you don't have to. Right?
Yeah.
There's no pressure.
You're just doing this, and like I mean, it's like non-tack anyway by I don't know.
Oh, and then at this point you probably have some like garbage like
by the human exhaustion
or whatever.
And you have anyway. It's very
chopped for sure.
Everything is good, and I liked starting with like the connection up there because like I felt that the wall is like not really supposed to move because otherwise it will consolidate my flats probably in like most ways that it can do, and it sort of did that, right? Like I just get the nice thread at the bottom. It's nice. It's just all nice.
I would even look
White
for,
has like
wall f4 now, or like even just like c3 here is something I was thinking about. But then probably there's like
c3 I did look at, but I think there's just like f3.
Yeah. I would be looking at something like this then. Oh no.
No, that's because that's a road.
Everything is pinned.
What you just did.
It's just a horror.
Yeah.
What do you even do? Just like f2 anyway and then pray.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of annoying, isn't it? It's like not actually.
I don't think you can. Like... I don't think you can do that because of like 3 e4, right? Possibly.
This.
Yeah.
Just match, no. Oh,
yeah, but now I can crush it.
It's like awful.
Wait, no, I cannot crush it. No. In that scenario, I cannot crush it. Sorry, I'm just tweaking.
And you want to do it this
so way. Maybe that's probably wrong.
I would even like. I mean, you can't.
The other thing is you can also just capture on.
I was also looking at like this. This is probably Oh, it just is.
Well, you can no. Well, yeah, no. Yeah, this is anyway.
So it's just like over.
So
I suppose the idea here, like, I understood the idea behind f5. I guess I just like valued it less than you do, because like when you look at it over the board, this just looks like a Tinue threat. Like, what do you ever do here?
Yeah.
Like at this point, I feel like you have to play like wall f5 or something, but you don't actually want to do this. Like, it looks awful.
And there's like secondary threats too. Like in some crazy world, maybe I end up playing like a2 in order to threaten the horizontal at some point.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing a2 earlier so you could smash this as well. But like, there's not like a point yet. Well, yeah, a2 is also like, now if you do it, You like have to
Yeah,
play one, right?
now.
Because otherwise it's like a Tinue threat or something.
Yeah, and at that point I can just
Or like
basically I just have infinite time and I just like
F3 now is also probably fine. A2 is like mildly weird because like you can probably do some garbage like this.
no, you're bent, you're bent.
Oh, that throw obviously, yeah, never mind. And you can't throw that way, so yeah, I guess it's just like full chopped.
Yeah.
Miss, and then I just like would smash anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, yada yada. Yeah. So it's
Just
just like full
everything is
chopped.
good. It's just like structurally good for black.
I mean,
Uh,
I did think it was like kind of complicated and interesting, like the way this opening played out.
yeah, the
Like I think it
opening
made
I have no
sense.
idea what the opening is.
I have
Like
never seen the actually. I am going to. I think yeah, Topaz is done by now. Topaz thought it was even until move 17ish. That sounds about right. It felt very fine-ish for both players, right? Like black had more threats and momentum, but white had more structure, and white had things that cut off into black structure, and white still had threats that were like encompassing around the sides of the board. It felt very give and takey. A very complicated position. Yeah, like even this is like fine. F4 minus SF4. 5 and 3 left. Oh, I was surprised that this is right. We were looking at 3-2 instead.
I was also looking at 3-2, but I kind of don't like well, I was looking. I mean,
Yeah, this is
I
what I
spent like
expected. I
I spent
expected
like a
lots of
while on
E.
that move. I have frankly no idea what's going on.
This is.
Um,
I was scared here of like what happens if like E2 up. Because
yeah,
you
I
don't really
figured I
want to
just
do
have to
D3, right?
capture.
Because now there's just a free wall.
Yeah, but I think I just have to play it like this because I mean the other way is like wall on F3 for black, but
Or
that's
like,
not playable.
I was imagining like this or something. But this is probably just
I don't
bad
think.
somehow. Because I guess you can
I
even do
don't
like
think.
this now.
No, that doesn't
Well, I guess it doesn't work because you're
look
keeping your
right.
pieces next to the wall, which is bad. Because you could like wall this and you can't throw it the way you want to because it like doesn't actually work. Because it's just like
Yeah, no, you cannot take this because that's a roll.
it's not going to be pinned forever though, surely.
Yeah, but if I try to unpin by force, then like I'm losing my exit strategy for that wall, right?
Fair enough.
And like if I do, if I do E2 right at any point, then like I'm basically for sure getting walled on E2, right? So
Yeah. I guess even this here is like surprisingly fine, as stupid as it looks. Because like now if you do this, you don't really get out. I don't think.
well, to sort of get out. At
You just
least,
like get jailed.
but this is. I guess it's bad for me, yeah. I guess it's bad.
It's like fine
I
because the
would
flats are even.
I would not I would not do it immediately anyway because like the
Well,
left side is
this is
very
never going
pressing.
away, right?
Yeah.
And if you really wanted to, you could even do like this if you hated yourself enough. Yeah, it's bad, but like, you know.
I'm not sure why I would do that, but yes, I could.
And yeah, this is also weird. But yeah, yeah. Huh? Oh, that was Boris. I thought you just left, and I was like, okay.
No.
But yeah, this opening was definitely very weird. At first I was confused by e4. Yeah, capstone here is like kind of stuff I was looking at. We're getting into the point in the game where like the capstone needs to come. I was surprised by e4 down because in my head I was like, you can just kind of ignore this and play cap up and then just like look for a wall here later and just punish it. But I guess the wall is actually annoying because like assume like cap up something, wall, horizontal, convert. Like eventually if you like play this out, this line is like awful obviously, but like this is also just a hanging stack. So you can't even do it the way you want to. So it's like
Um,
weird.
my understanding is that after cap up, black is sort of just supposed to play for a vertical, possibly.
Yeah, I figured like f4, f2 stuff here, but the thing is, like this piece isn't like real, I don't think. Obviously. So you're probably gonna have to play like this at some point and then go for a vertical through here. Something.
It's not real, but you can still play like D1 and like F. Well, I guess F2 left then is like wasteful if you have E5, E3 minus, yeah.
So it feels
Sure.
weird. The other idea, like, I understood e4 down simply because, like, now black's vertical is very strong.
E4 down. E4 down was very
I was
interesting.
also
I was
amazed
not
by no
expecting
f1
that.
here. I was confused why f1 simply was not played. Yeah, this made sense as well, because, like, you're obviously looking at d3 down. I guess it doesn't work the way you want it to.
D3 down or D1 plus. Both are actually options.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know off the top of my head which one is better. Probably D3 minus if I had to guess, but
I just figured d3 down is nice because, like, now you don't really want to play d3 because, like, capstone.
yes, but like in some lines, white gets like an attachment on the right side and then like captures D2
Agreed.
instead.
I was looking at
So-
like an accidental line where like, I don't know, some weird junk like this happens and then you do this and then there's like, I don't know what is even the PV here? D3 down. Yeah, and then it gets like complicated. Oh, it just says
Yeah,
describe
what?
anyway. I was even looking at like this or something. And you can't play f2 left because there's just this and you're just like literally lost. I think it's
But you,
like it's just awful.
well, you always have like D3, D4, sorry, C4 minus. Jesus, my coordinates
Yeah.
today are not
But
on
like,
point.
okay, if you play c4 down, surely you're just like sad. I guess there's
Yeah,
two
but I'm
stance
just,
that like you can kind of abuse, but
I'm just saying that it's like never Tinue, but it's probably sadness region if I have to do that. Yeah.
it's like Tinue if there wasn't c4 down. So you have to play c4 down, but that just feels sad. So like, I don't know, it feels bad to me. But
It's like the discussion we had yesterday about like
this
the win draw loss and then like different win types and stuff. This is like if I have to play C4 minus, then the likelihood that the game ends in a flat result
sorry,
goes down significantly.
I'm looking at f4 exclam and I'm crying a little bit.
F4 F4.
I figured there might even be a
wait.
line where you play like f5 here.
Wait, Topaz likes that, huh?
It was looking at a5
F?
and then f4. It's like, wait, this is actually fine. I was wondering if maybe there's like f5 and then f5 down, but it's probably bad.
I actually thought that was the PV, to be honest.
No, it just likes this, and then it's like fine, and then you like are fine, and it's like even.
Oh, wow, preferred top engine move, really?
Yeah, this is like everything at once, and then it just doesn't like this, but it's like whatever. And then it needs a wall here, and as soon as this happens, I mean, the game blows open, right? But we knew this kind of at this point. We knew it's definitely like things happen here. C4
I wonder...
is main line. I guess it just like B4 isn't real, so you can't actually do it. I assumed like B4 was like an idea, but I guess D2 up doesn't work, so like you can't do it anyway.
Like I sort of just like forgot to ask Tones if he knew that like B4 left was tack, and if he just found that okay for his position.
I mean,
because like he played A6, and it's just like the position, the white position just dies.
Yeah, it's just A6
basically.
B4 left instantly, and I'm like, okay.
Like yeah, and now Tones has like Tones has an immense problem, and I don't have a solution.
Yeah.
So...
And even like Topaz here is like wall F3 is just like fine. Like, the position is
Yeah,
not really
yeah,
bad. It's just
yeah.
like, whatever. Like, the things are just gonna happen. It's gonna be completely fine. Okay, the wall comes over. You run away. Yeah, that makes sense. You capture. You deal with it. This isn't a real thing. You can kind of come down if you want to, but I don't know if it's ever gonna work. There's complications, and it's even because, like, white has probably, like, equity in some form of flat cash out, but, like, black has equity in just like 10 plus 2 to 6. So it's hard to make out what the position is. These are the types of positions, actually. We've been talking about this a bit. The idea of like, this is a type of position where, even though it was saying like 0 in the eval, like, I don't think it's because it's going to be a draw anytime soon. I think this is just like Armageddon, right?
Yeah, I see. Like, this is the kind of position that I want to know. Like, does the network actually expect this to become a draw, despite the position being so like insanely imbalanced, or is it just like fully clueless?
Yeah. Is it just like half of the time in its PVs, white is just like completely winning. Half of the time in its PVs, black is just completely winning, right?
Well, no, that's not how alpha beta works. Um, the PV follows the correct line. It doesn't look at stupid positions. Um, So, like, the PV is going to follow the line where the network is, well, in this case, we assume, I guess, very unsure of its evaluation.
But
Um,
that's what I mean is like, you had to do PV lines in order to like get the eval in the first place, right? So like in these types of positions, did like half of the games in its training say that like it was completely winning for white, and half of the games in like
um,
the eval say that it's like completely winning for black in training?
um, that's, I think this is just like a general misuse of terminology. I don't really understand what you're trying to say.
Okay, that's completely on me
Um,
then.
but like, if you're talking, you're talking about PVs, but I think you mean games.
Yeah,
Like in position, like in like positions from games like this,
yes,
or like games that continue from positions like this,
yeah,
when finished, end up being half basically split,
yeah.
in
And
terms of the winner,
okay, yes.
which is like a lot more complicated to phrase correctly. But yeah, I think I understand what you mean. But yeah, we don't know this because there is no network. Like, the network doesn't predict the chaos. So
Tone saying, yeah, he expected B4 left B4 fill, and then was just like, wait a second, there's just. We were talking about this Tones, although Tones isn't here, but I still think, like, if this was me in this position, I would have just played this, let this happen, played this, and, like, prayed. Like, hikey. Because at this point, I think this is the best chance I'm gonna get in the game. Like, unironically. I think if I'm playing C3 right, I'm just losing. Like, everything I've hoped
yeah,
for in the past 20 moves just looks dead to rights. You can even just play Capstone down here. And, like, you're still completely winning.
in this scenario, yeah.
Okay, this is like a PV of Satan. It's saying, Topaz is saying this, let the stack happen. D6, let the stack throw down, and then capture war over here. But this is just satanic. Because now you have to defend the stack or wall in a random position, and you don't want to wall in a random position because the stack cashes out. So you have to like keep capturing the stack. But now that you kept capturing the stack, this stack is like way better for black. And so black can just wall. That's psychotic.
Yeah.
But it makes
I mean,
sense.
this stack is immovable, which is great.
And it makes sense in practice because like the whole idea is normally you
Um,
would want a wall in front of the stack so that this tack threat is blocked. But you can't wall on E2 because there's a bloody flat there. So you have to wall like here. But if you wall here, you're just like dead lost. right? Like, if I wall this, I just lose the game, surely, like, on the spot. Like, I'm just throwing over somewhere. I don't even know where. I don't even know if it matters where.
Probably want to do some throw that involves a tag thread vertically, but I don't know.
I don't know if I can. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Like, there's
Yeah, like
probably some, like,
place two on D1 or
like this
something.
garbage or something.
But
Or not even this. There's, like... This, maybe, is funny?
yeah,
Maybe
that looks
spicy.
interesting. That does look interesting.
Even this probably is, like, fine.
Anyway,
Garbage.
yeah, but like back to the thing, like back to the B4 scenario.
Yeah.
I wonder if so like there's like Boris in chat is saying that B4 is survivable. And I do wonder what happens there exactly. Like
Like, this survives.
yeah.
I mean, it does. It just, like, takes a while. Because you have
Like
to
how
play, like,
does
d5. I was also wondering if there's, like, c5 here instead, but I don't know if it's any better.
I just wonder what the black exit strategy here is, you know?
Crying.
Cause
Okay.
no, like black exit strategy. That's the thing, right? I sure hope I'm not crying in this position, but
I misspoke. I am sorry. I like, after this, I don't know what you do. That's kind of why I think Topaz was, like, just c3 right, like, early. But the thing is, I still don't like c3 right, because, like,
yeah.
this looks awful.
I mean, you can. So okay. There's another question here. Like, does black survive white playing b4 left here?
Like, now? Surely.
You have to wall this, and then
I guess there's, like, this funny line where, like, now what happens after this?
this is too early. This is too early, I
I
think.
completely agree. But then the
So
question
I
is, like,
think you
what are
have
we
to
doing?
play this.
Like, I'm not sure which one of these is bad.
I think just like
No,
b2.
here is better, because then you have to play wall up, only move, smash, wall. But now the problem is you can't really play this.
Um,
And you don't really want to smash this, because it doesn't actually, like, work.
you can also go up.
Oh, that's funny. I don't think it works, though, because there's, like, this stupid move.
But is black even better still?
Surely.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. But
Because, like, this
it looks a lot.
horizontal is also
It
devastating.
looks a lot worse than it did.
I will agree with this.
Uh,
It's, like, awful. Because, well, the other
and
problem is,
then
like, now
there's the other issue is like white also has
do you even
like
do it this way?
b1.
Like, do you want to do something else here?
I don't think you can do anything else. Kind of.
Like, is there this? And then, like, you have to...
No, this is just surely just 3a4 minus, right?
Oh, there's a... Yeah, there's a thing here. And then you're saying, like, this, then you just get walled, and then you just, like...
And then just like b1 just wins, right?
Because then, like,
Because you have to move right, but then a1, and it's impossible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's very easy to just like completely fall apart. That's why I wrote to Tones also, like early on.
It is both
like
spooky and scary, but it is not enough.
Yes. Scary opening. That's exactly what I wrote. Very scary. Yeah, we always get into these like fist fights with Tones. I don't know why.
It's because it's Tones. I don't... What do you mean you don't know why? I have explained this to people constantly. Tones is the type of player where he is just willing to do something crazy and make it turn into a fist fight. Like, that's his goal in life. Every Tones game I've seen almost ever, he's like, nah, I'm going in and make something happen. And then he wins a quarter of the scuffles. And then even the scuffles he loses, he somehow finds a magic move and then wins it in the end anyway.
It doesn't seem to be working against me at least, but it is scary.
That's because you're just more psychopathic somehow. Hockey tag, dude. Heck yeah, it is.
What
As a
the
hockey
hell?
player,
Tones is playing. Everyone is playing tag, but Tones is playing hockey.
I agree.
Rare.
I like the hockey mentality. I am a hockey player, so I can concur. Or I used to play hockey.
Oh wow! What an interesting piece of lore.
Yep. Yeah, I was a little confused after. Obviously, turning point in the game here was most definitely A6. I think everyone saw this move and was like, is this in time? Well, actually, a few people saw this move and were like, okay, B4 left stops this, obviously. And now, like, what are we doing? And it's like, fine, now SF. Like, people were saying, like, now SF3, and then just, like, hang a rote. And I'm like, guys, this is a horizontal turn. Pay attention. Oh. And then everyone realized the position was completely cooked.
Yeah.
I'm happy I was right though, because people were saying Will especially, but he's like very much a wall and black enthusiast, right? He and this position was very like, okay, like black just has momentum, has Comey. The position is like winning for black. Like, what do you do in this position? And I'm like, I don't
It's
think it's that simple. I think there's much more nuance to
no.
this.
No. If someone is saying that this is winning for black, then they're not saying the game.
I feel very
Oh.
nuanced about this. Like, I don't disagree that like black has center control, black has more like strong threats, but I think white still has control of the edges. They still have like solid control over the places that they really want. They can control this left side of the board pretty decently. They control this bottom of the board decently. Black will probably like get more flat equity somehow, but in exchange, white has more control of things. I think it's a very in exchange for the other thing I mentioned is like right now your capstone is basically like a pivot piece. So it can't really be used to control like the parts of the board white is trying to do things in.
I was low key looking at stuff like D4 minus at some point.
Yeah. I figured you would be. You're the type of person who wants your capstone in the action, so I figured getting you into this position was very
But then I like imagined like all the times that Abyss did this and then was like penalized by 50% on the engine scale. It was like, no, there's surely some better way to play this position.
He was thinking about it, and then he remembered. F1
Yeah, no, I
Nation.
mean, like it's so scary to commit to any hard cap movement strategy in game because like you don't know if you're just like throwing the game immediately or not.
And the best part is like you don't know until the dust settles.
Yeah, because like at the moment you start doing hard cap stuff, then like that's the like tornado moment.
Because Armageddon happens. But you don't know what's
Yeah,
gonna happen
yeah.
with the Armageddon until after. Tones was talking about, I wonder if there's just this and then SD6. But then the question is like, what are we doing about like this?
Yeah, no.
And then what are we doing about
I
like
just keep
this?
I just keep
What are we
going.
doing about like this? And then what are we doing
It
about
it just
like it
keeps
just looks
going.
awful.
You cannot
Unplayable
commit
game.
that much because like when you commit that many resources to stopping it, then like black just simply decides to drop a wall on b5 and you resign. So
You're like, okay, great. And if you ever play C3 right, we can play cap down first. Just to be convenient about it. And then just like ignore all of this. Like I think this is fine. Like it's ugly, don't get me wrong. It's just like fine though, no? Maybe it gets more complicated now. I do wonder if there's like this.
Oh no, there's A2 always.
No, because now I can smash it.
No.
Oh no, I can't
No,
because it's pinned.
that's
That's annoying.
yeah.
Bleh.
So again, on it's all very close to dying.
What do you
It's a very scary
do
game.
here now? Like, is this Tenue? I know it's very much the position where it's like I couldn't tell you if this is Tenue or not, but it's definitely like atrocious. Like, look at the FCD. It's 12 plus 2 to 5. So if you don't win, this is the type of thing where it's like, if this is Tenue, white wins the game, like instantly. If it isn't, black wins the game, like instantly. You have to win here.
Yeah.
And so, if this is like the best chance you have as white, and you could probably just ignore it, like even now, I think you have enough stuff here that you can just like ignore this and like you said, just be like cool and just be done with it.
By the way, I'm not sure you're aware, but like the last
Oh, this is
15 positions we've been looking at have been tagged for
I'm
black.
gonna
Yeah.
cry. Ignore. But yeah, like
And actually, I think it's the for black, if I'm not mistaken.
it's like
Maybe
awful. I'm looking
you
at
cannot
like
do
all
this
of
basically.
because
You
like
just get
smash
smashed.
ugly and it's like
This, this,
awful.
and this.
This swallow.
You have to like. I don't even know what you can do here. I mean, obviously, like F5 for black just wins, I think.
Yeah, because you can't actually like wall this because you just like smash
Just
it on the spot and you insta win.
yeah, you can smash both walls, I think, by the way, which is very funny.
I am not so sure about that one. Because you just have this now.
Oh, truth,
Oh,
truth,
no,
you.
no,
No,
not there, 'cause it's
that's.
pinned. So I guess like to here?
But that just like F.
Like, I agree, it looks awful, but I don't know about it being Tenue this way. But I do think
Actually,
this is just like completely full chopped.
yeah,
This just looks
probably.
unwinnable. The best move you probably have is like this, and I don't think it even works.
You have to be careful about the horizontal. You cannot actually.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, because this is Tenue because of like 3B5, B3 minus?
Oh yeah,
3B3
3,
minus?
this garbage. I knew this existed eventually, but like you can't, I forgot it existed now.
Actually, no, it's not Tenue in that scenario. That's quite funny. Because it doesn't reach the horizontal.
Oh yeah, because one of them doesn't like work. Oh my god. Tenue.
Wait, this actually works?
Yeah, because
Oh
you
my
have to
god, this
recapture,
works.
and then
You have to recapture it. That is diabolical. Okay,
I might puzzle that.
ship it.
That's messed
Yes,
up.
ship it to puzzles immediately. That is quite
That's
diabolical.
psychotic. Oh my god.
Just leave one behind, 5 head. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah. Great interview, great game. A bit short.
Tones and Morse are still
Don't
playing. Are still yapping.
don't even like said something about forgetting that that he has some time to think at the end. Like in order, like right before I just attenuate him in one move.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I can like do something about this. I have a minute on the clock," and he's like, "Nope, I need to do it now." And then he just like lost.
Yeah.
Hope. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, just forget to slow down.
I might end up putting it in Topaz and seeing like when you actually had Tenue. Because I think it was a complicated enough position where like there probably was Tenue, but if there was, it was some like weird like 10 move mate garbage.
I mean,
Other
Topaz.
than the obvious one at like, you know,
Yeah.
one move Tenue. Anyway, that's probably gonna be the end of the stream. That was fun. That was a cool game.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if it like got a little hammered and a little sauced up at the end there, I think it was cute. The opening was definitely unique. I don't think I've ever seen. I said this in the stream as well. I don't think I've ever seen an opening like that before in like modern tech. I know like Boris has played openings like this and like these far openings, and people play far piece as white first. But like I've never seen it develop into this weird like fight between center control and like edge tacticish control. It was weird.
This occasionally this occasionally happens to me against people. Like I sort of like have a tendency to fight for like either the center or the edge, whatever is more convenient.
Yeah.
So like it kind of often happens that like the opponent gets like if I turn out to fight for the center, then the opponent gets to have like this dual threat on the side, right?
Yep.
And it's hard to deal with. I don't really know. Like it's kind of easy to play, hard to diffuse, you know?
It happened in a
Because
weird way this game too.
it did. I low-key did not notice that E1 was even plugging in the vertical initially. Like, just fully forgot about that. Like, the first time that E1 was played.
Yeah. I don't know if it like mattered.
It didn't, but it's like a jump scare where when you
Like, ooh, I'll have
whenever
to like pay
you
attention to A5 or something.
yeah. It's like a wake up call. Is what you call it, I think.
Yeah, like A5 is tack now. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't matter because like obviously we're spreading down, but
yeah.
even now, like
But
I
it's
wonder if instead of A6 you have like C1 here or something. I mean, I don't think it works, but
maybe.
it's like maybe. Who
I don't
knows?
know what the difference is.
I mean,
I think the
it's.
difference is that it's easier to deal with at the top. So
I still think we just want to play SF3 here, but you know, it happens.
I mean, yeah, you did say that, and Topaz agrees with you, so it's probably correct. Yeah.
I'm just amazing attack. I don't know what you're saying.
Truth. Yep.
Anyway, fun game.
Anyway, yeah, fun game, fun interview. That's it, I guess.
I hope everyone has a good whatever the rest of your thing is going to be today. This was a fun game. I've probably been streaming for far too long. I still have like laundry and stuff to do. I have a con I'm going to tomorrow. I have so much stuff I need to do. So I'm going to go and do that. You deal with whatever you need to deal with. You, the viewer at home, or I don't know, you, the player, cough, world champion person or something. That's going to be it for the stream. I will see you probably next time.